If you had bought this copy of the Ladies' Home Journal back in September of 1972, you would have seen Mary Tyler Moore on the front cover. If you turned it over to the back, you would have seen a very beautiful woman who was then an unknown. Her name was Jaclyn Smith, and she was the Breck girl for Breck Shampoo. Well, the rest is history. Jaclyn Smith went on to become one of the stars of Charlie's Angels, admired as perhaps one of the most beautiful women in the world. What's she up to now that Charlie's Angels is no longer on the air? Well, let's find out. She's playing the role of Jackie O in a made-for-television movie. I caught up with her in Washington. London, England, the year 1953. The Queen's coronation recorded for posterity by inquiring camera girl Jaclyn Bouvier, working at the time for a Washington newspaper. Look closer now. It's really actress Jaclyn Smith, starring as the young Jaclyn Bouvier Kennedy on location in Washington, D.C. for a new ABC movie based on the former First Lady's life. Jaclyn Smith won this plum role right after ABC canceled the show that made her an instant star. Of course, Charlie's Angels, recorded in TV history as the first action-adventure starring women. It also catapulted relatively unknown but beautiful ladies to dazzling angel stars.
I thought it was great for its time. I mean, it was the first of a glamorous show. It brought back glamour to television. It was 3 girls in a lead. It was fun, and it was a good training ground, but I'm ready to go on to more challenging
And good for
things.
you?
Very good for me, very. I mean, it's opened up a lot of things.
Jaclyn helped create Charlie's Angels and stayed with the show through high ratings and low ratings, feminist sneers and revolving co-stars. But now, can a sexy former angel make it as a demure First Lady?
I don't know whether Charlie's Angels could cut it, quite frankly, and she cuts it better than I possibly imagined. I don't think there was anybody at this point who could have beat her out for the part.
Steve Geathers wrote the script and directs Jaclyn in this new movie.
She is a delight to work with. She's lovely, she is cooperative, she listens, she comes with ideas, and she is, as a matter of fact, a genuine surprise to me.
How important is this role to you?
Well, every role I do is important, really. This is a role I'm doing a very well-known character, and all the other roles could have an element of me in them, and this one can't. I mean, that's the challenge of it, because she is so known today, so recognizable.
It would seem to me that would put a lot of pressure on the actress playing the life of a woman who's so well known and who is alive, will undoubtedly be watching it.
Absolutely.
Is that true?
It does. It does. I am a little nervous about it, but it's amazing when you get in the surroundings, when you put on the clothes and the wig, and I'm studying books. It's very exciting.
Jaclyn's career is definitely taking a turn, starring with pros like Red Buttons and Joan Fontaine. Jaclyn recently played a hard-nosed, savvy prostitute in the ABC movie The Users. She desperately wants to be taken seriously, to throw out the curvaceously jiggling angel stereotype. Do you want to show people that you're more than just another pretty face?
Well, the stereotype of a Charlie's Angels, yes, that happens, and you keep fighting it, and each thing you do, you hope is a step in the other direction toward, getting character roles. I consider this a character role.
I understand that you own your own production company. Is that true?
Right. It's called GH Productions, and it's named after my grandfather, Gaston Hartsfield. So I haven't done anything yet, because I have been on Charlie's Angels for 5 years, and now it's all starting, so I have time to produce, to be behind the cameras as well as in front of the cameras.
Is that a major goal for you, to be a behind-the-scenes mover?
Yeah, I'd like to. I've just come out also with a new perfume from X Factor called a Pre, and I was in the design of the bottle, the top, the concept of the commercial. So it's all new. It's fun to be in the behind, it's not always in front.
Part of the art of being a woman is knowing when not to be too much of a lady. A Pre by Max Factor.
Now, her critics might be surprised at that shrewd, business-like practicality behind the beauty. Maybe she learned Hollywood's sad trade-off for stardom when her marriage to fellow actor Dennis Cole broke up.
I think that, doing a television series certainly did not help my relationship with my husband at the time. The hours were very hard, and it was just very difficult to maintain a secure home life. with the hours. I think two people need to be as busy, you know.
Yeah.
Both people need to
Right.
be busy. Both people need to be involved.
But then sometimes when two people are so busy, they never see each other.
Right, but there's always time. If you want to, there's always time to see and to communicate. And I think that's the answer, communicating. Quality instead of quantity, quality time together. And if you have quality time, then you're okay.
Unlike most Hollywood stars, she remembers her roots. Certainly, she's spoken out often enough on the stability that comes from being raised an old-fashioned girl from Texas.
I think when you're doing a television series and everything is done for you, you know, you can get a little spoiled. You have to have that normal life. I am an old-fashioned girl. But with that, I don't lead an old-fashioned lifestyle. I mean, I make my own decisions. I'm a working girl. I run a home. So I'm a bit more complicated than just the typical old-fashioned girl that goes home to a white picket fence and a beautiful home.
Action!
Show business history is littered with the failed careers of actresses who relied only on their bodies and faces. Maybe, just maybe, Jaclyn Smith has the right combination of mystery, vulnerability, and smarts to make her special, to prove the critics wrong.
Just have an optimistic outlook on things. And I'm at a point now where I don't have to just jump from one thing into another. Charlie's Angels was 5 years, and now it's time to slow down and do just the things I want to do. So really, I'm just looking for the right projects. I'm very excited about this one. I think it's a right step after Charlie's Angels.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
We'll be back with more Evening in a minute.